And here we are at the sticker phase. I have a selection of stickers here. I've garnered a bit of a collection over the past couple of years here from past projects and projects yet to come. So when we do this, we want to select stickers that convey the theme we're looking for. And that sounds really, maybe it sounds more complex than it needs to be. But at the end of the day, we want it to look like it belongs in the toy line, or that we're happy with it, bottom line. So we want to make sure we avoid the moire problem. And what that is the moire is a maroon, deep reddish color, and they put a red cobra insignia on it, so it basically disappears. If they had made it black, it would have stood out, but it is what it is. So we're not going to repeat that mistake. So I have some black symbols here, and most of these come from one company called Toy Hacks. The sticker sheets themselves can also say reprolabels.com. I'll put a link in the description down below. I get 99.9% of my stickers from them. There are other sources. Rattler Repros out of Mexico. They actually do glow-in-the-dark pre-cut Night Force stickers, which is fantastic because nobody else does. And there's other, I mean, if you go on your favorite online auction site, you can see it there. And ask your friends. I know I'm having a couple of sheets printed by someone who happens to work at a graphics shop or whatever, and they make stickers, so they're making me some more Joe stickers, very specific Joe stickers. Anyway, so there are options out there. We could go with a set of Polar Battle Bear stickers for this and just leave off the G.I. Joe. And I've done that on a few of my projects, and it looks fantastic. But what I also like doing is combining old sticker sheets. So for example, this is from a Retroline Hiss Tank, unused because I customized that Hiss Tank. I have some Repro Labels, Hiss Tank stuff, Python Patrol, all sorts of stuff. And don't be afraid to get a sheet that's completely unrelated to the subject you're doing. So just because you're doing a Cobra Ski-Mobile doesn't mean you have to get the Ski-Mobile stickers. For example, I have a sheet here for the Retaliator, and I don't own a Retaliator, but when I looked on the site, I liked what these stickers were, so I can use them for another custom. So don't be afraid to use your imagination. This whole thing's been about using your imagination. That's what's brought us to this point. So when you get to the sticker phase, don't stop there. Keep using that imagination. So what I'm going to show you right now is just an easy way, if you're just getting into this and you've only bought the X-Acto knife so far. I'm going to show you a good way to pull off stickers. And I know most people just want to flick it off and then pinch it in between their fingers and try and get it on there. But even with my relatively slim fingers, that can be difficult depending on the size of it. Tweezers are ideal. But again, if you want to save your money just to see if, maybe this might be the only custom you do, you can do it with an X-Acto knife. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this black Cobra symbol and I'm going to place it on the side of the engine cover here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the paper back a bit, just like this. And it will actually, most of the time, expose the edge. So the sticky edges come off the backing. If not, you can swipe it with your finger. Just don't touch the sticky part. It'll, especially if you have oily skin, it'll leave fingerprints and marring on there. So now I'm going to put the blade of the X-Acto knife behind it. And in this case, it lifts right off. If not, then what I'll do is I'll press my thumb, which I'll push my thumb on the sticker, which will push the sticker onto the blade. So I can pull it off, and it's now firmly stuck to the X-Acto knife. Now, depending on where you're putting this, you may have to not necessarily grab it at this angle. So let's try it where I want to put it. See, and it's hard to get close to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the sticker lightly back on the sheet in its original place, and I'm going to change the angle of the knife, just like so. So it's good to keep in mind where the sticker's going for how you're going to peel it off the backing. And I promise you that doing that will save you a lot of headaches. Now what we want to do is called landmarking the sticker. And what that means is you want to find the spots you want to put it on, and because you want to do it on the other side, you want to figure out reference objects on that part or on the vehicle that will help you place it in the same spot on the other side. So for example, what I'm doing is I'm placing the left-hand edge of the cobra's mouth in line with the front of this tab down here. Making sure that it's vertical. And this will take a little bit of time. And right now I'm just, the blade is barely touching the engine cover, and the sticker is not touching the engine cover. Because I want to look at it and hold it back here and take a look at it. And yeah, I think that'll do just fine. We're not going to press too firmly just yet, because you're not 100% committed, but there you go. So all I did was take the edge of the mouth on the graphic here, pardon me, I'll get in closer. So the edge of that mouth there lines up with this tab down here. The sticker itself, vertically placed, is right smack dab in the middle. And there we go. I know that seems like a lot for putting on a sticker, but if you pay this little bit of extra attention, your stickers will look phenomenal. So now when I do it on the other side, it's the same thing. The forward edge of the mouth will be in line with the forward edge of the tab. So check this out. Let's try it again and see if I can put my money where my mouth is. It's one thing to say it, it's another thing to do it. So here we go. Stickers out, pushed it onto the knife, and removed it from the backing. Let's see if I can do it this way. It's not bad, but now we're going to have to get ambidextrous, which you don't have to do, but it's actually good practice. You ever find that you don't use your non-dominant hand for stuff? Try it every once in a while just to keep it fresh and reminded that it serves a purpose too. So here we go. Forward edge of the mouth, the leading edge of the mouth, with the forward edge of that tab. Sticker placed in the middle. And there we go. Anchored with the finger and lightly pressed on. And there you go. You have a sticker in the same place on both sides. I have yet to find a situation where it's difficult to landmark. There's always something. Worst case, you could mark it off with a pencil, using a ruler and a pencil, and kind of make a cross for where you want that part of the sticker to go, like a crosshair or an aiming point, and then just erase it afterwards. I tend to want to stay away from that. I don't like touching my paint schemes after they're done. But like I said, 9 times out of 10, you will not have a problem finding some sort of landmark to do that. And there we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to carry on. I'm going to put on some other little stickers here. Tell you what, instead of skipping through it, I'll put on a couple of the small ones because maybe you're a little unsure of what you can do with all these warning and keep clear stickers and stuff like that. And the thing is that it doesn't have to make sense, because on the Polar Battle Bear, it says first aid kit, and it points to somewhere where there's absolutely no space for a first aid kit whatsoever. So it's just to give it that dimension and that element of realism. So let's take a look at what we've got here. Oh yeah, I was thinking about this earlier. So there's 2 white circles here. You can see those there. It says 3/63. It's from a His Tank set. I'm going to take one of those, and I'm going to put it asymmetrically on the vehicle, which means I'm only going to put one on, not both, and they're not going to be in a spot where I have to put another one to balance it out on the other side. And you'll see what I mean in just a second if it wants to play. So there's an example of having to use the knife to coax it off. Again, you're being very careful with the knife. You're using it to coax the edge of the sticker off without damaging the sticker itself. You can damage the backing paper, that's fine. Because once you're done with your stickers completely, whether it's now or 2 years from now, you're going to throw them out. But the sticker itself, in this case, is being very stubborn. So let's try the other. And you have to be prepared, just like everything else, right? With the errors in paint and what have you, you have to be prepared for things to go wrong. So what I'm going to do is, that one's being a little more fidgety than I'd like. So I'm going to leave it for now. I'm still going to do it, but I'm going to leave it for now before I cause any major damage. So let's pick another one. let's try, oh, caution signs are always good. So here's a sticker sheet from, I don't know, something from the Rise of Cobra, I think. And we're going to take these caution signs right here. There we go. Nice little caution signs. Because everything's a caution. There we go. So where's a good place do you think that we can put this? Hey, there's a moving bar there. Yeah, but there's something else I might want to put right there. But you know what? There's a good spot for a caution sign right here on the back. Just like that. And now you've got a caution sign on there. It's a little subtle detail. No one's ever going to read it. I mean, good luck reading it. But, you know, it's like a famous painter said, it's your world, do what you want. And I might still use something off of that. None of those. What else we got? What else we got? Well, I was going to save these, and I still might. But what I like doing as well is a lot of stickers will have Mars references on them. That's Destro's company, if you don't remember. So what I like doing is that with this, it's a G.I. Joe vehicle that I've painted in Cobra colors. So I will say that Mars conducted industrial espionage, stole G.I. Joe vehicle plans, and then started producing them cheaply for Cobra. I did that with a Moray, and I put a Mars sticker on the hull, which was pretty cool. But maybe not that. So hey, there's an oil drain sticker here that's not going to go anywhere else. So let's use another sheet here. And for your first custom, if you want to keep things simple, because the prices or the cost of things can add up relatively quickly, then by all means, order the one Polar Battle Bear set and just use that minus the G.I. Joe symbols and slap on some Cobra and buy some extra Cobra sigils and put those on there instead. So where are we going to put the oil drain on here? Somewhere where it doesn't make sense because G.I. Joe. We'll just put it right there. Why not? That one's easy enough to do. And that just draws the eye around the vehicle itself. What else we got? We got loads of space here, loads of space on the, if you've never owned a ski-mobile before, usually the sides here are quite filled with data stickers. And we shouldn't be shy about trying things out. You know what? I know exactly what I'm going to do with that top one. I have a single, well, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. Look at that, eh? Bouncing back and forth. And that's what it is. It's a hemming and hawing process. You could do some of this sticker placement design on the Paint app like you did with your visualization process, but I find that the drawing of it is too tedious to really enjoy it. I mean, I've done it for some, like where I put a Cobra sigil and what color it will be, but I won't do it for, oh, there we go. I'll just switch sheets. So this one 363 button, or image, is going to go right here. There you go. Now the reason why this works here is because there's a light here. So the light's only on one side, so if you put a sticker on the other side, it balances out without making it symmetrical because you have a rectangle shape here and a circle shape here. That's a light and that's a sticker. So it's cool. Now we have some numbers. And we definitely have to get, I mean, look at this. This blue cowling here is just screaming for a Cobra sigil. But I think it's going to be a big one. Maybe not the biggest ever, but certainly big. And you know what? I think I've got just the one right here. And while there's some numbers, what I'm doing now is I'm just looking to see if those would look good together on there, if it would make it too busy. Might be a bit too much. So let's take a look. Now the thing with using just one of these numbers is that if I have another project where I want to use the numbers, I'm limited to something that only needs one set, or I have to buy a whole new set. So it's the choices you make in your final design. And I'm just peeling this off to see what it would look like on there. And that's pretty cool. And even if the sticker touches a little bit, that's fine, because as long as you're nice and delicate and slow, it comes right off with no damage to the paint. That's why we don't push them down firmly right off the bat. It buys you that, I don't like that idea, time. So, you know what? I'm going to keep that off. I don't like how much the red contrasts with the red on the vehicle, even though it's totally a thing. I actually looked at this one earlier, which would be kind of cool, but I think it's just a little too big. So we're going to go with a happy compromise with this one here, because I don't want to overpower the blue on there either, because it provides a nice contrast to the red. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to landmark again. And for this one, I'm taking the edges of the carrier film, so the clear part of the sticker, and I'm basically putting it in the middle, top and or as close to the middle as I can get here. Now I got to rotate this up so I can see it. That'll happen. I think we're good. And this one here, I mean, could you get out a ruler and measure it? Sure. Do we need to? Maybe. Am I going to? Nope. And I think we're good right about there. And I think that's a nice balanced application. And there it is. Let's get the tow bar back in place there. Ta-da. So now we have our very own completed sticker-fied custom. And you can work on the carrier film a bit, just pushing from the center on the way out. And there it is. So now you've got a customized Cobra ski mobile. And the guns still swivel and everything works. So what I'll recommend is, given that the handlebars are painted, if you're going to sit a figure in here, just have their hands over the handlebars. You know, they have that shape kind of like this. I would just sit them over the handlebars rather than put it on it, because you might transfer paint to the figure and you'll definitely remove paint from the handlebars. So there you have it. We have a start to finish completed custom, all the way from the idea phase, where we talked about selecting a vehicle, pre-visualization on the computer, disassembly, priming, a couple of mistakes along the way, so we got to do some troubleshooting, to clear coating, to reassembly, and sticker application. All you have left to do is to put it on your shelf and give it a driver. So, thanks for joining me on this one. And while this is a series for beginners, we're not stopping here. So join me next time when I start my next custom, and it's either going to be a Mobat in these colors, or, actually not or, forget or, let's do and. And I'm going to show you how to do a Tiger Force Mobat with no airbrush whatsoever. So thanks for riding along, and we'll see you on the next one. In the meantime, have fun.